I just had an opponent on chess.com who played a homemade opening against me. In a moment I will show you his recipe and how I cooked it. But before that I just want to mention a point that I myself do not support learning any kind of opening. But I do support the idea of following opening principles. What are the opening principles? Opening principles is that you should be going for developing your pawns in the center and then your pieces and developing your bishops on open diagonals. And this way you will not be like in a very bad position. But what my opponent played in these games, it was totally beyond me. Like these were weird positions. We totally played 3 games. He challenged me again and again after losing, but I will show you only 2 games because the third one was a little longer. So let's go with the first one. My opponent opens the game with h3. I don't have any idea about that opening, and whenever I don't have any idea, I just play King's Indian defense. So I did that. g6, a3, and this is his like homemade recipe of the opening. In all 3 games he played this h3 and a3, bishop to g7, d4, knight f6, knight f3, and here I wanted to play the typical d6 move of the King's Indian defense, but I accidentally pushed 2 steps, so that is also fine. Now knight c3 and I castle, bishop g5, knight c6 and queen d2. Here I could have played this move to attack his queen and his bishop, but I was afraid that after he captures with his knight and I capture here, then I have these very weird pawns. But what I didn't see was that this pawn is hanging, and after he removes his knight like this or this, then I can win this pawn. So I missed that, and after queen d2 I played bishop to f5. The position is equal and he long castles. Now he is going for this attack. I knew that, so I play a6 and I want to go for my attack. He plays g4, bishop goes to e4. I do not want to retreat it. I thought there is no pawn, so if he takes with the knight, I can develop my knight here. And here he plays h4, which is the first mistake because I take on g4. And not only I take here, but I am also threatening to take here, and there is a fork. So to save that, bishop goes back and I push e6. He is just focused on his attack and I develop my queen. I was winning till this point, but this was a mistake and I lose my advantage because my queen cannot go back and it can be trapped. So bishop to g5, I have only one square, and after knight to h4, my queen is totally trapped. And for a moment I was like,
oh hell no!
But then I saw something. I take the bishop, queen takes, and now I had this, fortunately, this bishop to h6, which pins the queen and I get the queen back. So queen takes, knight takes, and now my opponent takes on g6. Because it was a blitz game, so he didn't realize that his rook is hanging and I get it for free. I take the rook, he takes on h7, king takes back. He plays e3, bishop comes back, f3 and bishop to g6. Now I simply need to trade his pieces and then I am totally winning. Bishop e2, king g7, rook to g1. But there is no pawn move that can win the bishop, so I am totally fine. Knight to e7, just in case he captures, I capture back with the knight. e4, pawn takes, and rook to d8. Attacking the pawn, d5, pawn takes, and not knight captures. I win another pawn. He of course doesn't want to trade pieces, so he plays knight to e4. I can't take here because it is pinned, and he captures the bishop. I take back, and here he plays c4, knight to e3, knight to g5 check, and now I knew that this is coming, this fork, but still I am fine. So king to g7, knight e6 check, king back to h7, and he captures. I am still a knight up, and also I am a pawn up. Bishop d3, knight comes back because he was attacking here. King c2, rook to d8, king to c3, c6, b4, rook to e8, going there, a4, rook e3, king d2, king g7. He cannot capture here because of the knight, and thankfully I have one more knight, otherwise he could have captured here and then I will lose the rook. b5, king f6, pawn takes, and now c5, rook to e5 attacking here. He brings the rook, and now knight to d4. I knew that he's gonna capture here, and I also have this fork, so he takes and I give this fork, and he finally resigns. Because not only he is going to lose this rook, he also going to lose this pawn, and now it is just winning. So the second game, he again goes with h3, I play e5, a3. So bro was like, I have to test this prototype, it can't be that bad. I take the full control of center. He plays d4, knight f6, and it loses a pawn. I just realized after playing the move. So he takes, knight comes back to d7, and he plays bishop to f4. Bishop c5, queen takes, and now I castle. At this point my position is very bad, like his queen is very active, his bishop is on a very good diagonal. I cannot move my knight, but because I have already castled and I have some lead in development, I thought I may have an opportunity. So knight to c3, and I play queen to h4, attacking here. Bishop goes back, queen to g5, knight f3, queen to g6. He castles. I have to develop these pieces, so I bring back the bishop. He plays e3 and I play knight to c5. He plays bishop to d3 attacking my queen, and here I realized that I have lost already 2 pawns, so I should be exchanging the queens, and I played queen to e6. But somewhere in my mind, at this point my opponent had already lost 2 games, so he was in fully attacking mode, and I thought that he's not going to trade the queens. But if he refuses to trade the queens, he has only one square. Like, he cannot go there because knight takes, he cannot go on this diagonal because I will still trade the queen. So he had only one square to avoid the trade, and it was queen to d4. But here I have knight to b3, discovered check. I am attacking the queen 2 ways and he loses the queen. You can see the evaluation bar. It is still better for the white because after he takes the knight, I take the queen, he takes the bishop. He has taken 2 pieces for a queen. I win this pawn, but he has really good compensation. This knight is coming here, his bishops are very strong, and I am behind in development. So it would have been a very interesting game, but after this knight to b3 check, my opponent simply abandons the game. Now I think he must be preparing another opening. That is all for today. See you in the next one.